Beyond the Gates spoilers March 17th. Ava's in trouble, Dani makes a move, and Kat is done playing nice. Hey, welcome back everybody. If you're here, you already know what time it is. It's spoiler season for Beyond the Gates, and let me tell you, this Tuesday, March 17th episode is shaping up to be one of those episodes where everything starts quietly, and then completely unravels by the end. We've got Eva running to Daddy for help, Shanice leaning on her Auntie Monica for some wisdom, Dani making a move that could change her dynamic with Andre, and Kat coming in hot with warnings for Izaiah that he probably won't even listen to. There is so much to unpack here, so grab your drink, get comfortable, and let's get into it. Eva is in damage control mode and it's giving me anxiety. Okay, let's start with the centerpiece of this episode, because honestly, Eva's storyline is the one I'm most invested in right now, and it's also the one stressing me out the most. So last week, we got this beautiful, almost feel-good moment where Leslie finally got her spotlight standing up at the opening of the Phoenix Street Clinic, delivering a speech, rallying the community, and showing everyone that she is more than just the woman who stirred up drama in the DuPont world. That moment felt earned. It felt like growth. Leslie was funding a free clinic. People. That's not a small thing. That's legacy building. And Eva was beaming with pride for her mama, which honestly made me emotional because their relationship has been so complicated and so messy over the course of this show. But here's the thing about Beyond the Gates: this show does not let its characters rest. The moment something good happens, you better believe the other shoe is about to drop. And it's going to drop hard. Because this week, Eva is in full-on damage control mode. And not just quiet. Behind the scenes damage control, we're talking desperate. Run dash to dash your dash father dash and dash beg dash for dash help damage control. Eva is going to Ted. And if Eva is turning to Ted at this level of urgency, that tells me whatever Leslie has gotten herself into is serious. Like, beyond serious. Now let's think about this logically for a second. What could Leslie possibly have done? I've got two main theories here and I want to walk you through both of them. Theory number 1. This is connected to this house construction. We already know that Leslie's housing situation has been a whole thing. The concept of this house, that hybrid shed house build, has been floating around her storyline for a while now. Construction projects in soap opera land never go smoothly. There's always a code violation, a shady contractor, a permit that didn't go through the right channels, a neighbor who's furious. Or worse, something that connects back to someone powerful in Harrogate who doesn't want Leslie succeeding. If something went wrong with that build, it could reflect badly on the clinic, on the community goodwill Leslie just built, and could potentially unravel everything she worked for in about 48 hours. And Eva, ever the protector of her mama, would absolutely sprint to Ted the second she sensed that. Theory number 2, and honestly, this one scares me more. Leslie is back on a revenge path. Now, I know what some of you are thinking: didn't we already go through this? Yes, we did. But here's what I've learned from watching this show: Leslie's need for vindication doesn't just disappear because she did one good thing. The clinic opening may have given her a moment of peace, a taste of what it feels like to be celebrated rather than villainized. But that doesn't automatically heal old wounds. If someone from her past or from the DuPont orbit said the wrong thing, did the wrong thing, or crossed a line that Leslie considers unforgivable, she could have flipped that switch again. And revenge mode: Leslie is a completely different animal. She doesn't calculate, she charges. And Eva knows that better than anyone. This is actually where I want to give Eva some real credit as a character, because I think she is one of the most psychologically layered people on this show right now. She loves her mother fiercely and almost unconditionally, but she is also painfully aware of Leslie's self-destructive tendencies. Eva has had to be the adult in that relationship more times than a daughter should ever have to be. And the fact that she's going to Ted, her father, the man who represents stability, resources, and a different kind of power, tells me she doesn't think she can handle this alone. That vulnerability from Eva, that's going to be one of the most compelling scenes of the episode. Mark my words. Ted's role here is fascinating to me too. Keith D. Robinson plays him with this quiet authority that I absolutely love, and Ted has always been someone who moves carefully, thinks before he acts, and tries to protect the people he loves without blowing everything up in the process. He and Leslie are in very different places emotionally and strategically, So watching him navigate a crisis that's rooted in Leslie's chaos is going to be genuinely interesting. Will he be able to help? I think he'll try. Whether it works is another question entirely. Shanice and Monica, the anti-energy we all need. Meanwhile, while Ted is potentially putting out fires, his daughter from a different situation, Shanice, is leaning on her Aunt Monica for support. And I am here for this dynamic. Monica has already given Ted her seal of approval, which is a big deal within the family ecosystem of this show. Monica doesn't hand out approvals lightly. She's the kind of woman who watches, listens, and evaluates before she speaks. So her blessing on Ted means something real. But now Shanice is coming to her separately, and the question is why? What does Shanice need that she either can't get from Ted, or doesn't feel comfortable asking Ted about directly? Here's my read on this. I think Shanice is wrestling with something that sits at the intersection of loyalty and personal desire. Maybe it's about her own romantic life. Perhaps there's a pull towards something or someone that she's not sure her father would understand or support. Or maybe it's professional. Shanice has ambitions that don't always align perfectly with what the people around her expect. And Monica might represent the one person in her life who gets it on a different level. What I love about the Shanice and Monica scenes in general is how the show uses them to explore intergenerational wisdom without making it feel preachy. Monica doesn't lecture. She reflects. She asks the right questions. And usually by the end of their conversations, Shanice hasn't been told what to do. She's been guided back to what she already knows is right. That's good mentorship. That's good television. I also want to note that with Ted currently pulled in Ava's direction this episode, it's almost poetic that Shanice goes to Monica instead of her dad. Everyone in this family is leaning on each other in different directions simultaneously, and it creates this beautiful, chaotic web of support and need that feels genuinely real. Dani makes a concession for Andre, and I have questions. Okay, now let's talk about Dani and Andre, because this one is quietly one of the most interesting slow burns on the show right now. Dani is making a concession for Andre. Now, Dani is not a woman who makes concessions easily. Carla Mosley plays her with this steel in her spine that makes every moment of softness feel earned and significant. So when Dani yields on something, when she bends even slightly, it means something shifted in her. The question is what kind of concession we're talking about. Is this emotional? Is she finally letting her guard down in a way she hasn't before? Is it practical, like agreeing to something in their shared life or professional space that she previously pushed back on? Or is it a sacrifice, giving up something she wants because she recognizes that Andre needs it more right now? I think the most interesting interpretation here is that Dani is choosing the relationship over being right. And for someone like Dani, that is enormous. She's been conditioned by her experiences, by the world she moves in to protect herself first, to keep her cards close. Choosing vulnerability over self-protection is the kind of character growth that can either be the start of something beautiful or the setup for heartbreak. And honestly, with this show, I don't know which way it's going to go. But I'm invested either way. Andre, for his part, better recognize what it costs her to do this. That's all I'm saying. Kat is fed up and Izaiah needs to listen. And then we have Kat and Izaiah, which is the storyline that is going to have me yelling at my screen in real time. Kat is warning Izaiah. Again? About Eva. About Leslie. About the entire situation he's entangled in by being with Eva. And listen, I understand Kat's position completely. From where she's standing, Eva comes with complications. Leslie comes with chaos. And Izaiah, bless his heart, keeps choosing his instincts over practical caution. Here's the thing I genuinely respect about Izaiah as a character though. His instincts aren't wrong. Eva is a good person. She's navigating an incredibly difficult situation with a mother who loves hard and destroys accidentally. And Eva keeps choosing decency despite all of it. Izaiah sees that. He sees who Eva is underneath all the noise, and he refuses to punish her for her circumstances. But, and this is a big but, Kat's warnings aren't coming from nowhere either. Kat is looking at the bigger picture. She's seeing the patterns, the potential fallout, the way proximity to Leslie's drama has a habit of pulling people under. Her concern for Izaiah isn't jealousy or control, it's love taking the form of alarm. So the real question this episode is whether Izaiah finally bends an ear, or whether he doubles down on defending Eva. My honest prediction, Not because Kat convinces him Eva is bad, but because he's starting to see that loving Eva might require him to build some protective boundaries not against her, but around their relationship. That's a different kind of growth, and I think it's where his character is headed. Final thoughts: this episode is setting up something big. Look, when I zoom out and look at everything happening in this March 17th episode as a whole, what I see is a show carefully moving its chess pieces into position. Ava's crisis with Leslie is the kind of storyline that could reshape multiple relationships simultaneously. Dani's concession with Andre signals a turning point in one of the show's most quietly compelling love stories. Shanice leaning on Monica while Ted is pulled elsewhere shows us how interconnected this family truly is. And Kat versus Izaiah is a tension that's been building for a while. Something has to give eventually. Beyond the Gates is doing something special right now. It's telling black family stories with complexity, warmth, and real dramatic stakes, and episodes like this one remind me exactly why I keep coming back every single week. Don't miss it. And when you watch it, come back and tell me in the comments, was I right about Leslie? Did Izaiah actually listen? Let's talk about it. See you on the other side.